telling me you keep mask identities dwelling in under that masculinity. You gotta last. I cannot lift in the Machiavelli me. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Y'all already know we here, man. Y'all already know. It's already Marvel shit, man. So we gonna watch it, man.
We gonna watch it. We gonna talk about it. We
gonna talk about it. We gonna cry about it.
Hey,
for those who don't know, now you know. I go by the name of Dreemy Alpha, and I'm always here with the gang, with the buzzins, man.
So it's your boy Mo Gali.
and Jeff too funny.
And this is the last order. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be revamping up, you know what I'm saying, the channel a little bit. So over time, you know what I'm saying, this channel gonna get doper. But anyway, we here for the Hawkeye reaction. We should have been did this, but like, you know, times and scheduling, you know how it go, man. And
work and our other jobs.
Yeah, extracurricular activities and stuff. We didn't really get the time. So now we about to watch this Hawkeye trailer. And what do y'all think before we get into this?
We seeing Black Widow sister. That's what I think we're gonna see.
Oh,
I think she gonna pop up in this video. In this
trailer.
Yeah.
She probably won't pop up in the trailer.
It's a show or a movie?
But in a movie.
It's a show.
Oh, in the show.
It's a Disney Plus show. It starts in November.
She probably gonna attack him.
She definitely coming in like the final episode.
I heard it's about 6 episodes.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So is this supposed to detail his? Do you think it's supposed to detail his time as Ronin, or is it supposed to be?
I
after
think
Snap?
so. I
Or
don't.
do we have flashbacks of?
I think it may be some of the problems like he's dealing with is like the stuff that's bleeding over from him being like Ronin, because
and then we find out more about what he did.
yeah, he spent like a whole 5 years. Like, who knows, man? He could have ended up doing something against the 10 Rings and all of that stuff, like in that time period. Because remember, he was going for all the crime lords and stuff. They didn't really specify exactly which crime lords he was going after, and you already see that. Remember, he was fighting a bunch of agents in Endgame. They never really clarified, like, you know, where they probably weren't the 10 Rings, because I think the 10 Rings had the tattoos and stuff. But either way, you know, he's been around and he's been getting around, like getting to these, you know what I'm saying,
worldwide
organizations.
international.
And he also was just talking about what he had done. That's why he was willing to kill himself instead of Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was just like, man, he just knew he couldn't go back. So it's just like,
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they're gonna touch on that. I don't know.
I think it's gonna be I mean, from all the design material they were using, there was like a run in the comic books called like I don't even remember what the name of it, but I know the story was written by Matt Fraction. Matt Fraction, if you don't know, is like probably one of the best comic book writers there ever is to happen. And in the storyline, like the designer they're using, like it was like Hawkeye was like a superintendent of a apartment building or something like that, and like all of the trouble that he did from being an Avenger. I don't think he was actually an Avenger at the time. Like he was just trying to live a regular life, but like that trouble caught up with him, and you know, since he's like, you know, one of these like superintendents of the building and stuff, you know, he's like, he got people he cared for and stuff, but they like, yeah, you know, we gonna blow up your building, or we gonna do this. So it like kind of causes him to jump back into like the Hawkeye kind of, you know, thing. I don't know if this is necessarily gonna be that, but just from like the design elements from what I be seeing, it just be making it's just like that specific run of Hawkeye when that was happening. That's just what I'm saying. It that doesn't mean it is. They could just be using it because that's probably the best design, but that's what I picked up. You know what I mean? So, ready to get into the trailer?
Yeah, let's get to it.
All right, good.
This was the first Christmas we've had together in years.
I love you guys. I'm making up for some lost time.
After the snap.
The holiday season.
The masked vigilante who terrorized the city's underworld is back. Caught up with me.
I told you.
Should we be worried?
No, it's nothing. I'm in for Christmas. I promise.
Not the fans.
Oh,
What is it? I need a whole lot of enemies.
You're Hawkeye!
Honey, how are you?
Some people have actually told me. The military sergeant.
Are you one of those people?
What people?
Hey, I should be back in a day or two. Hang on a second. Things have gotten more complicated.
Oh, during Christmas?
There's just too much going on during Christmas. I'm not gonna make it take it off.
This is too dangerous. Gotta clean up this one.
Oh, okay, so it's a musical.
There are arrows more dangerous than that
Oh, snap. They got Kate Bishop in this job, man.
That's why she's in the Avengers video game.
Wow.
That's why she's in the
Okay,
Avengers
so
video
they got
game.
Kate Bishop
I see
in
what
this.
y'all did there.
Okay.
I see what y'all did there.
I remember
You
hearing about, we gotta run that back. I remember hearing about Kate Bishop and all that, but like, I just, oh man.
I was say I didn't see nothing that I knew in that trailer at all.
Kate Bishop, that's it.
Kate Bishop is like the Hawkeye that's after,
Frank, whatever his name is.
Hey, Eddie. Good evening, man.
Hey, Mrs. Chen.
The chocolate
I
delivery
guess because I'm really new to Hawkeye, it's not like.
no. A lot of I really don't read much on Hawkeye. I just know about that Matt Fraction run because we used to talk about it, like in the comic book store.
I love you guys.
The Rogers musical. So they're doing like Captain America plays.
Vigilante who terrorized the city's underworld.
Oh, okay. So Kate Bishop is pretending to be Ronin.
Should we be worried?
No, it's nothing. I'll be home for Christmas. I promise.
He'll be home for Christmas. So he got 2 days to get all this stuff done, huh? That's what he was saying in the
What is
6 episodes.
I need all my enemies.
Oh.
You're Hawkeye.
Who the hell are you?
Some people actually call me the military searcher.
Are you one of those people? Hey, I should be back in a day or two. Hang on a second. Things have gotten more complicated.
That reminds me of like Dark Knight.
And this Rick is having no superpowers.
Yeah, it's like this was like 007, but like not.
That's what I said, like a quirky 007.
Yeah.
And it's a musical.
I wonder like what he
Marvel made an action musical.
Yeah, because it's like I don't know if it's a musical.
There are arrows more dangerous than that
I love the holiday time, so you know what I'm saying. I like this. I like this.
November 24th. Yeah.
Hey man.
That's not too
Hey,
far.
hey, I'm excited because Hawkeye, like I like them superhero kind of like Shang-Chi, who like they don't have any real superpowers. It's just they just at they peak physical performance, and they just the best at what they do. Like I like that aspect of like certain heroes for real, because then it makes you feel like anybody could be a hero. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of bang with it. Like you see how like I'm not sure if this is not exactly like the comic books, but you see how like stuff is finally starting to get muddy. As far as like him trying to protect his family. And I really believe just because we saw his family, that's not the last we're gonna see of his family. I believe like this stuff will end up getting back to his family. Like her saying like, should we be worried? No, don't be worried.
Especially the whole thing with his family. Black Widow's sister easily can go. Definitely gonna go after his family. Like I'm really like banking on that because she's gonna be on some. You took my sister, like bet I'm about to take.
Oh, and you know what? Because Kate Bishop going around pretending like she's Ronin. I think that's the element here that draws out all of these other enemies and stuff, because it looks like before this, Hawkeye was doing what he was always good at doing, like hiding, staying under the radar, chilling with his family. No one really,
nobody even knew he had a family for a minute.
Yeah, for real. Like that was like a
secret.
Yeah, at first it was a secret.
I think Nick Fury knew and Black Widow knew, but Or the Nick Fury, Nick, they knew, but they just kept it low.
Like it was always a secret.
Because you're not supposed to. Other than Iron Man, I don't really think you're supposed to have a family. Am I wrong?
Well, Iron Man really didn't have a family. That was the problem. Like everyone died. Remember? Iron Man didn't have any family to like there was no one Iron Man except for Pepper Potts, and you see how that shit happened. Like you see how that shit went. But yeah, like I think Hawkeye like decided to just like keep his family quiet as far as like in the movies or whatnot. But that it's the same thing like here, like that's like the root of like what he cares about. Right. And I feel like the Kate Bishop pretending to be Ronin is going to draw out a lot of like enemies of Ronin for real.
Everybody's gonna try to get him back.
Yeah, and that might you see how that looks like it might like entice like or spark off a lot of things happening within the criminal world, underworld, throughout the cities and stuff like that. Yeah. So I feel like maybe Hawkeye just like runs into Kate Bishop and is like, oh, boom. This is like, oh, you can't be running around because you don't know what type of drama this is going to bring. Right. That drama ends up bringing out the other Black Widow, who is Natasha's sister for real. What is her name? Ilyana?
Ilyana?
Ilyana? Yeah.
I think so.
I'm not sure.
Actually, I think it was.
Correct me
if we're wrong. But
let us know in the comments.
But I think that's really what it was.
Yeah.
No more.
But yeah, because...
yeah. So with that being said, I don't know I don't exactly understand what may or may not happen in this.
They did a good job without telling us much.
Do you think, question, do you think that all those Captain America little references, like, we might see, like, Sam is, like...
Captain America
Captain America in here?
I don't know, because that was... Like I said, it looked like a musical, and they said Rogers on Broadway.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, but sometimes they do those little hints, and then it just be, like, in the main, like, show. Like, it's not... I don't think this show really going to be a musical, bro. That's just the way...
I don't think it's going to be a musical.
Not, like, complete.
Because it's during... A musical's going to be in there because it's during Christmas.
Yeah. Like,
you've seen it,
yeah, I believe that, but I think,
But it was some fight scenes that looked a little...
It was just the music, really. Like I'm telling you, ain't gonna happen.
It's not going. It's not going.
But I don't know. You know what? You maybe
creative, man.
Yeah, because they did do that stuff with WandaVision. Like remember,
they probably could. One episode could be a whole musical, and it's lit.
That would be hilarious, though. They'd probably like plop this into the multiverse and stuff like that. I'm really getting interested into this type multiverse kind of thing.
I'm getting used to it, man. This whole multiverse thing is
because it's really starting to sit to me like. Anything can change for real. Like even like it's in terms of like Black Panther. Like I feel like now they actually have a full on scapegoat as to why there would even be a new Black Panther. Like it even makes it like because I mean in the comic books there's different Black Panthers for real from different universes and stuff too. But you get what I'm saying? Like it's like wow, like you actually came up with a way to just kind of. Mix it up, but it's still like I would still miss Chadwick, but at least it would make sense. Like you know what I'm saying? It would at least make sense now. But anyway, that's another subject. Y'all got anything else to say about like Hawkeye and what do you think will happen with do you think Hawkeye is the first like Avenger to figure out like what that other shawty is working on? Like, cause now she got U.S. agent. She got
Rihanna.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Val, Madam Hydra. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I think her name is Val Fontaine or something like that.
Because he jawed like a spy, I think he does become the first one to start to uncover that she's trying
I feel like because you feel me, she's gonna start fighting because especially if she run into the shawty that you talking about. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, I think he might get the under wraps and he might fall into like the first like Dark Avengers before like he gets the first wave or first whiff of it. So I don't know what actually happens from that point on. Like, do we get a small young Avenger?
Dark Avengers.
Yeah, the Dark Avengers. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because we got an evil Black Widow now. We got an evil Captain America. all we waiting for is Thunderbolt Ross to become a Red Hulk and stuff like. And I heard they got a She-Hulk.
Yeah, She-Hulk series.
Yeah,
Megan Thee Stallion, right?
I don't know. Megan Thee Stallion is.
She's just gonna.
I think she's gonna be in it. I don't know.
She's gonna be in it, or she's gonna be in a. She's gonna be her though.
What if she is the She-Hulk?
I don't think she could. The only reason
Hulk smash.
Well, in the comic books,
Like,
She-Hulk is actually like Bruce Banner's cousin.
Yeah.
So it's one of them.
Nah,
things
Megan.
where,
Nah, all jokes aside though, Megan is supposed to be just Megan.
Oh, alright. So
Yeah.
she's
her and She-Hulk would be like lit like in a multiversal way. I could actually see that, but honestly, I don't want to see it because I'm not sure if she's an actual good actor yet.
Megan
Like
twerking in the Marvel
actress, yeah. I don't know if she's like an actual good actress. I don't know if She-Hulk is where I want to see her test the waters because it's like,
So she won't stop rapping for the
that's
Marvel
good.
guy.
yeah, that Marvel just gonna get a little cheesy. But if she's in She-Hulk, I'm with it right now.
Yeah, I'm with it, but I just hope it turns out good.
Yeah.
Oh, anybody who do it.
And I feel like from this point on, like I'm for me, I don't know about y'all, but I mean they've been doing it a little bit like with the more so side characters, but I'm ready for like the Marvel, like maybe it's gonna be like more so in the season 2s, but like I'm ready for like Marvel to start making these like integrating like these new like the new Sam Wilson as Captain America with Bucky and seeing him with Hawkeye and like you know what I'm saying, like, or Loki ending up with what I mean. I think Loki honestly has a really good chance of being a multiverse of madness, or maybe not. Maybe it may be too early for that because he's at the end of time, but we'll see what happens. But I'm ready to see like some integration because in Phase 4 right now it seems like everybody's more so like after Thanos, everyone's just separated, like
Everybody's just like
doing their own thing. Like everyone need a break.
That's too much.
Yeah, well, yeah. Everyone needs a vacation. Everyone's like, yeah, it's Christmas time. Everyone's like, screw being a superhero right now. Remember, Peter's like, yeah, I want to go on vacation. I don't want to be a superhero right now. The Mysterio
I want to
hit.
be Spider-Man.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, I kind of don't want to be Spider-Man on this trip. You know, so
their phones will do that.
so
I love Peter and I love Spider-Man, but gosh,
people had to learn how to fight.
I guess that's what makes Sam more Captain America is because Captain America would be the only one in the situation like, yeah, what's the next mission? What's the next threat to, like, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what Sam was on, you know. But it's cool to see what Hawkeye, I feel like Hawkeye by coincidence, his drama that he did during them blip years is gonna really like come forth and like peel some layers back on like what's really happening.
How long with Hawkeye? How long is this after the blip?
I don't know.
It's the first year.
Okay.
So it's that
So
following.
it's been years. So
No, he said this is the first year of Christmas since we've been back, and
so
it's gonna be great.
Say 5 years.
He's like, it's gonna be great. You're a superhero. That
I'm just trying to piece it all together.
So now I'm thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
We saw Hawkeye's family in Civil War, right?
Yeah. No, that was Age of Ultron.
Okay.
We didn't see his family, but his family was referenced. And
When do we? We didn't see them in Civil War. That was when they
were that was Age of Ultron.
All right, no.
Civil War. He was like, I thought you were back with your family, but we didn't actually see.
All right, and I was
his
asking because his daughter looks older.
Yeah, she looked.
So I was just wondering. They.
Well, you remember
the blip? You know what I'm saying? Because I was
yeah.
wondering when it was because Infinity War was right after Civil War.
Yeah.
And then some people came back older, some people came back the same. I just was trying to figure it out. But.
Yeah, the way it was though in that one per se, like Age of Ultron had already happened like 7 years.
So
ago.
she was already like.
So she was already pretty much is grown, and she was like, she was getting more to that grown age or whatever. So I think it still works storyline wise, but I'm excited. It starts in November. So we're gonna get it right after Eternal. Marvel is keeping us big. Shout out Marvel, bro. They be having
they dropping feet fire.
They've been going crazy with it. They've been going crazy with it. I'm loving it, man. Y'all got anything
God bless
else?
those leakers, man. Cause they just been coming with fire on fire on fire.
hey man, they was just like, hey, we just gonna let it all out. They ain't even let the pop mix yet. They just put the ingredient. They really just chopping the onions, chopping up the red peppers, getting the garlic, putting that right here. They ain't even really mixed it. You just smelling all the aroma. You not even
Thanksgiving. Like waking up in the house where it's getting cooked.
Oh yeah, this gonna be a good holiday season. I feel like we gonna get like some of the best. That's why they making Spider-Man during Christmas, because it's like gonna be the best.
I know where I'm gonna be Christmas Eve.
You think it come out Christmas Eve?
I think it's coming out like.
I think it might come out a week before that.
Better.
Yeah.
Well, we will be there. We
Yeah.
added some GoPros.
Yeah.
Nah.
To do our reaction.
I gotta figure out how I'm because I'm supposed to be going to
out.
Sierra Leone. I gotta figure out how I'm maneuver in between that, because I can't let that. I can't.
You gonna miss it?
No, I'm not.
We gonna have to mail it to.
No.
He gonna cry on the plane.
No, I don't want to talk about it because it's gonna be spoiled by the time I get
before
that type of information with Spider-Man. Nah, that'll get spoiled before I.
Well, Mo, we'll do it in
I'm gonna do a 2-man reaction in honor of you, brother, man.
Nah, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna make it some way, somehow.
We gon'.
I'll come back the day before.
We gonna make it. We gonna make it.
Get out of here.
All right, man.
Man, we out of here, man. For those who don't know, I go with the name of Dreemy Alpha.
Oh, man.
And I'm here with
Jeff too funny.
check out RELOADN. And it's gang.
I made it when they hit my line. Calling, I decline. If they cross the line, was no friend of mine. Yeah. Fuck 'em. Wrap 'em up in the discussion. Stack it up, look at my budget.